Negative 122%. That's not a typo. That's the actual lifetime return on investment of one specific college degree, according to recent education data. Not a low return, not a break-even, negative. Meaning the average graduate with this degree ends up worse off financially than someone who never went to college at all. The degree is psychology. My name is Mani, and if you or someone you know is choosing a major right now, or already finished one and is quietly wondering if it was worth it, make sure to hit subscribe, because today we're breaking down which degrees actually pay off financially, which ones don't, and why the gap between them is bigger than almost anyone realizes. Let's start with what negative ROI actually means, because the number sounds dramatic, but the math behind it is pretty simple. Researchers calculate this by comparing two things. First, everything the degree costs: tuition, fees, and just as importantly, the wages someone gives up while they're in school instead of working. Second, how much more that person earns over their lifetime because they have the degree, compared to someone with only a high school diploma. When the cost is higher than the extra earnings, you get a negative number. For a psychology degree specifically, that gap works out to roughly $54,000 lost on average compared to skipping college entirely.
Here's what most people don't realize. Psychology isn't alone. A degree in family and consumer sciences comes in at negative 100% ROI. Liberal arts and humanities sits around negative 94%. Education, the degree that trains the people teaching literally everyone else, still comes in negative as well, around negative 50%. Nearly a quarter of all bachelor's degree programs in the country deliver a negative return when you account for the real cost of attending. And it's not just bachelor's degrees. Associate degrees and master's degrees actually perform worse as a category, with close to half of all master's programs failing to pay for themselves at all, largely because of how much additional time and tuition they add on top of an already expensive undergraduate degree. Now let's look at the other side, because this is where it gets really interesting. A degree in finance carries a lifetime ROI over 1,800%. Computer science isn't far behind. Engineering, economics, and nursing routinely add $500,000 or more in lifetime earnings after subtracting every cost of getting the degree. The single highest ROI program in the country, a computer science degree from a top technical university, is worth over $4 million in lifetime earnings above what a non-graduate would make. Same 4 years, same tuition range in many cases. Wildly different outcome.
Now, you might be thinking, Mani, this feels like you're saying some careers just don't matter. That's not it at all. This isn't about dismissing passion or pretending teachers and social workers and psychologists aren't doing valuable work. It's about being honest with the numbers before someone takes on $30,000 or $40,000 in debt to pursue one of these paths. Because right now, most 18-year-olds are never shown this data at all. Here's the part that surprised me the most researching this. The median outcome isn't the only outcome. Plenty of people beat these numbers significantly. Art graduates who become creative directors at major agencies can earn well over $100,000 a year. Political science majors who go on to law school and make partner can clear $400,000 or more. The outliers are real. But outliers are, by definition, not what happens to most people. And the median is what most families should actually plan around when real debt is on the line. It's a bit like citing one lottery winner as proof that buying tickets is a smart financial strategy. The story is true. It's just not the story most people should build a plan around. So what actually separates someone who makes a lower ROI degree work from someone who doesn't? A few things show up again and again. Choosing a specific career pathway early, like using a humanities degree as a deliberate stepping stone into law school, rather than hoping something works out. Picking a school with strong outcomes for that specific program, not just overall reputation. And critically, minimizing debt. A low ROI degree funded mostly by scholarships and part-time work looks completely different on paper than the same degree funded entirely by loans at a private university. Picture two students, both majoring in psychology. One attends an in-state public university, works part-time, graduates with $12,000 in debt, and pairs the degree with a data analysis certificate that opens doors into UX research, a field that actually pays well. The other attends an expensive private college entirely on loans, graduates with $90,000 in debt, and goes straight into an entry-level counseling role. Same major, same 4 years, completely different financial trajectory, because almost none of the difference came from the degree itself.
The uncomfortable truth is this. College is still, on average, one of the better financial decisions a person can make. But that average hides enormous variation, and the specific choice of major in school matters more than almost anything else in the decision. 2 people can attend college for the exact same 4 years and end up on completely different financial paths, not because one worked harder, but because one chose a program the market actually pays well for. The question was never really, should I go to college? It was always, what specifically am I paying for? And does the math on that specific choice actually work? If this video helped you think more clearly about a major, your own or someone else's, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And I'm genuinely curious, does your degree actually pay off? Tell me what you studied and roughly what you make now. I want to see how this plays out in the comments. Because on this channel, we're not here to tell you what to study. We're just here to make sure you're choosing with your eyes open.